They Hi, everyone, and welcome to another electrifying episode of the Conservative Viewpoint, where every day we defend freedom one episode at a time. And tonight, we're diving into the latest political spectacle that has everyone talking, Kamala Harris's disastrous interview on Fox News. From dodging questions to awkward pauses, Harris's performance was nothing short of a train wreck. We'll break down the key moments, analyze fallouts, and discuss what this means moving forward. So grab your popcorn because tonight's episode is going to be a wild ride. Now let's set the scene. Picture this. Paris under the bright studio lights, facing tough questions from a seasoned Fox anchor. The stakes were high. The pressure was palpable. But instead of rising to the occasion, Harris stumbled, fumbled, and left viewers with more questions than answers. We'll dissect her responses, her lack thereof responses, and explore how this interview could impact her political future. But that's not all. Was Harris's performance a one-off blunder or a side of deeper issues within the administration? We'll try to get to the bottom of it. And of course, we want to hear from you, our listeners. What do you think of the interview? Did Harris answer, or all of her answers, satisfy your curiosities? Or did they leave you wanting more? We'll be reading your comments throughout the show, guys. So let me know what you guys think about that interview. So buckle up, because tonight's episode is packed with inside analysis and a healthy dose of political drama. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and we're just getting started. But the show begins now. Now, I wasn't even paying attention, guys, and my show went live, and I was supposed to go live, and I didn't because I was watching Vic's show. And, man, I come back, I turned around, and said, I looked at my time and said, oh, shit, it's already on 0. So I was running a little behind, so all right, guys. Hey, Jerry, what's going on? It's who counts the votes that matters. We must do better being there for the counting. Yeah, that's for sure. Mark, what's going on, Mark? MAGA. There's Vic. Great show, Vic. John, Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Jeff, what's going on, Jeff? Dennis is there. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said that they're cheating already. Oh, yes, they are, and I got proof of that one, too. We got that here right off the bat, I think. Tammy, hi, Tammy. Renee, hi, Joan. How are you, Joan? But I got a hell of a show for you guys tonight. It is what? It is Friday.
Yeah, let's make it a beautiful day.
Or at least for us, it's a beautiful night. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And I want to mention one thing here. Thank you to everyone, Getter, the whole crew here, Wimpkin crew, everybody. You made my show today with the interview with Trump the best I've ever had. We had almost 3,000 people, and I am happy as hell with that. That is so great. I wish we could do that every night, but I'll take it. We had that tonight. I loved it. I just went through the numbers a little bit ago, and yeah, it was awesome, guys. So thank you very much. You guys don't know how much I appreciate you guys tuning in for that. And tuning in every night like you guys do. But I also want to take a shout out to Tammy. Thank you for the great card and everything you said inside. And you definitely didn't need to do that. She knows what I mean. But thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. And you should have got a package today. If you didn't, you'll have it tomorrow. It said there was a problem with delivery, so I don't know. So I hope you get it tomorrow. So we'll see. But you let me know if you get it. What else we got here? Hello, America. Oh, yeah, check this out. Here was one of my good shirts here. This shirt is hard to do. Oh, yeah, to peel all these things out of here. And it's a beast. William. Hi, William Brown. What's going on, man? Make sure I don't miss anybody before I get started here, because I got a hell of a show for you. I added about 4 articles, maybe 3 or 4 articles, but we're going to start off with something fun. So, well, let me put my stuff up here first. I keep forgetting to do that. So for all you guys, there's my email down there. It's too late to get into tonight's drawing. But, let's do that real quick. We're going to get the drawing going here. And let's see who we get. This is the winner of the last coin from the Trump rally in Butler, PA. So let's see who we got here. We have got, oh, are you kidding me? We have got Violet Vixen 29. Ain't no doubt there. Right there she is. See that? I'm not going to show you her real name. I don't know if she wants to show it or not. But Vic, congratulations. I cannot believe that. That actually happened. But Violet Vixen 29 won the last coin. Now, next week's, it will be for tumblers. So this will go out to her this week. Now, her name doesn't go back in. Oh, it goes down there. Don't go in until we finish them off. So you guys got time until next Friday to get more names in. You email me at conservativeviewpoint at yahoo.com if you wanted your name in for the drawings. I will be giving these away. And a lot of people will testify they're not cheap mugs. I have some cheap ones. If you want the cheap ones, I'll send you a cheap one. But this is one from my name on the cup. I got about 40 or so left. I don't know how many. I got to count them. But that's what the other drawings are for. So if you want your name in, please get me an email out. Shoot me an email at conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com if you want your name in on the drawings. So we'll continue that next week. But all right, guys, let's get busy. Let me find out here. NBC interviewer didn't get the answer she was expecting. Who's voting for Kamala Harris? Oh, yeah, I saw that, Jerry. I didn't get that video, though. What he's talking about is they did all this interview, and nobody said they were voting for Kamala Harris. There's so much going on, guys, that between now and then it's going to get worse. The lies are going to get worse. The chaos from the Democrat Party is going to get worse. 19 days left, something like that, right? And it's going to get better and better as we go. So we're going to keep on this no matter what. That's why we're still harping on this last interview, because she will never, ever do another interview between now and then. She'll do her rallies and bullshit. She was running her mouth on a rally today. Oh, yeah. She was getting pissed off and angry like Joe Biden. Oh, yeah. And starting to yelling and oh, yeah. It's disgusting. She's a pig. All right, guys. We got a few funny videos here. Take a look at this first one.
Trump 2024. Trump 2024. Trump 2024.
I love that one. That was somebody's house. That was awesome. I'd like to see that house around here. That was awesome when I saw that. All right, here's another one.
I, Kamala Harris, senior Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
I just find these videos and I just throw them in here because I love them. She's an idiot, and this proves it all the time. People are doing some great jobs getting these things out. All right, let's see. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, this one says Kamala. Whoa, brutal. Take a listen. Take a look. I'm not even sure what they are. I don't think I've watched the videos all the way through. I just saw them. They said they were funny, so I put them in. Here we go.
I intend on extending a tax cut, repealing that tax bill they just passed. And also looking at estate taxes are going to have to go up.
Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate.
I think that's fantastic. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
She was big on defund the police.
For too long, the status quo thinking has been you get more safety by putting more cops on the street. Well, that's wrong.
She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct.
Abolish ICE.
Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
She is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had. A horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad.
Bidenomics is working. It's working. And then this business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. My agenda includes attempting to get Congress to act, but if they don't within the first 100 days of my administration, I'm going to take executive action. Well, first of all, I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private health care options.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
So she can't hide from this because it came right out of her mouth. Nobody else's but hers. So that pisses me off when these liberals sit there and say, she never said that. Well, there you go, dumbasses. Okay, we got Joe Biden and Kamala. Take a listen.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid.
The younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break.
Now, wasn't she just the other day saying that Trump called people stupid? Ta-da! This is what we've been saying for how many months now, guys? That everything the Democrats say that we're doing or Republicans doing, they're doing. Well, there you go again. How many more times have we got to prove it to these dumbasses? 60, and I gotta say hi, Gregory. I didn't see Gregory in there. 60% plus voters are very anxious about the election. And they have every right to, guys, because we know what happened in 2020. So you're right, Dennis. They have every right to. Marianne said she does too. She is too. So, I mean, there's every right. That is picture perfect there, Jerry. The faces of tyranny. Exactly right there. Oh, did Rowdy come in? Yeah, there's Rowdy. Hey, Rowdy. I want to slap that bitch just because. Exactly right. Willie Brown's porridge gun doesn't count. Yeah, exactly. Not worried about giving up my guns. They will have to come and get them. Bullets first, William. That's right. All right. Now let's keep on moving on here. I kept looking, so where'd it go? Oh, this one. I got to get rid of it. All right, now this one. California teacher. What the hell does it say again? Oh, yeah. California teacher does a mock vote. You guys gonna pissed off about this. Take a look.
Do you guys think this is normal for them to bring politics into school? And if they vote for, I live in California, by the way, but if you vote for Kamala Harris, then you're going to get a pizza party. But if you vote for Donald J. Trump, apparently you are excluded.
They said that my teacher was screaming at us saying the other class was voting Trump. So they don't get to use the pimple patches, not the school supplies for the girls. They don't get to use the computers, the chargers, or the, what's it called? The scrunchies, the deodorant, or stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys don't get to use this stuff. It's okay. And then what was it about the pizza party?
That we don't get the pizza party because only the kids that only our class that voted Kamal get to eat the pizza party, but some of the kids didn't vote for Kamal, they voted for Trump.
So then what's...
You believe that shit? I don't know who that is, but somebody fly me over there so I can talk to that teacher. That is so pathetic. That person should be fired immediately. That is the most pathetic thing in the world. But they'll give participation trophies out to everybody. But if you're a Trump supporter, you don't get pizza? Man, that's such bullshit. Yeah, exactly, Marianne. Got that right. All right, let's get rid of that bitch or Peckerhead, whatever he is. Now check this out. This is a Texas sheriff, man. And I remember, I'm watching these videos with you because I didn't watch them. But as far as the title goes, man, this sheriff's awesome. Take a look.
Kamala Harris told Brett Baer that fixing immigration has been a priority from day one. Watch this.
We have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired. It is a priority for us as a nation and for the American people. And our focus has been on fixing a problem. And from day one, then, we have done a number of things.
3.5 years, okay. Terrell County, Texas, the sheriff thereof is Thaddeus Cleveland. He joins me now. It's been a priority since day one, says Kamala Harris. You're shaking your head. You're not doing.
Good morning, Stuart.
Go ahead. Have at it.
I'm sorry. Good to be back on with you, but look, it hasn't been a priority. Look, I've spent a lifetime on the U.S.-Mexico border. I was born down here, spent a career in the U.S. Border Patrol, and now, of course, county sheriff. And when she makes the point that the immigration system is broke, that couldn't be further from the truth. The immigration system works. Our laws work when they're enforced. What is broke is Washington, D.C. and this administration. Look, we had the most safe, secure border under President Trump, and the last almost 4 years now, complete dismantling of the border.
Next one. This Tren de Aragua gang has taken over 4 apartment complexes in San Antonio, Texas. It's not just in Colorado. This is a nationwide problem, isn't it?
Stuart, it certainly is. And look, I love the city of San Antonio. I had a son graduate from college down there. We get down there quite a bit. It's about 4 hours away. But when we had all of those people crossing, all those that were crossing illegally and given, basically free pass in the United States with the notice to appear, the first place they went to was San Antonio, Texas. They were bused to give Eagle Pass relief to San Antonio. And then you had some of the NGO, non-governmental organizations that had shelters there. And a lot of those people just set up shop there. And they have completely, increased the crime rate there. San Antonio, beautiful city, but it's really been taken over with crime over this also last 3.5, 4 years.
Gotta love those Texans, man. Oh, sorry, we got that. We got Tammy and Jeff and Sean. They're all from Texas down there. Who else is from Texas? I can't remember. I know those ones. There's Sean. Hey, Sean. I just saw you. I call bullshit on her priority. Most definitely. Her priority is not that damn. We wouldn't have 21 million illegal criminals and terrorists and drug cartel, rapists, murderers, everything in this country if that was her that border would have been sealed the hell off like Trump had it if that was number one priority. So I don't want to hear none of her shit. It's all freaking lies. Pat, what's going on, Pat? 40 minutes away from you. That's not bad. But look at that. You got to love those Texas sheriffs, man. You got to love them down there. They handle their own, right? And it's not just as bad as we got Russia, Ukraine. We got Hamas, Israel, Iran, Tehran, all those guys. We got China and them. we got all this shit going on. And now we got the North and South Korea. North Korea decided they're going to blow up roads right on South Korea's border. So what happens? South Korea returns gunfire. Take a look.
Meantime, South Korean authorities say North Korea has blown up parts of 2 major roadways today that connected to the southern part of the peninsula. Video shared by the South Korean Defense Ministry showed several explosions on the north side. It comes after the capital of North Korea warned it would take steps to completely cut off its territory from the south. Officials say the roads haven't been used for years, but the explosions come at a time of fiery rhetoric between the 2 Korean nations.
It's a communist manifesto tactic to indoctrinate children within the school system. Oh, and they are doing a great job of that too, Gregory. If your child or grandchildren are in public schools, they are being brainwashed. Ain't no shit there. You know, my son's a typical millennial, and he went to private school since ninth grade, 8th grade, something like that, 8th or 9th grade, and he went to private school. So they ain't much better. You got all those Richie idiots and stuff up there, you know, and I'm sure the hell far from being rich. And he went to a private, thank God for my in-laws, because it was expensive. But he definitely got a better education there than he would have in our public schools. All right, moving on. Enough of my bullshit. All right, where am I at? Okay, we get rid of that one. And here we go. With Kamala Harris's nobody know. What do we got here? Oh, Don Lemon panics about Kamala Harris on CNN, says he's corrected black men who said they want Trump. Oh, the poor gay dude don't like it. The black men are voting for Trump. Well, shut the hell up, you idiot. They're voting for Trump, like it or not. All right, what was this? Oh, yeah, we were talking about the election earlier. And when they come on and stuff about them cheating. Remember, I think Dennis said something about that. Well, California man discovers stack of mail-in ballots outside his house in a storm drain. They were for people that live about a block or so away from him. And I didn't download the video on it, but he's out there showing how he pulled them out of the drains with other junk mail and stuff out of the inlets that are in the road. And he was pulling them all out. Already, they're cheating. Oh, it's unbelievable. So the steal is on, and we're, 19 days away, right? So now people won't let this interview go. And guess what, guys? We aren't either. Because the first one is VP Harris gets testy with the interview. And we watched that, right, guys? So take another look at it.
The first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish,
You had the White House and the Senate, and they didn't bring up that bill.
I'm in the middle of responding to the point you're raising, and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last decade in which we've been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed and implemented to divide our country and have Americans literally point fingers at each other. Rhetoric and an approach to leadership that suggests that the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down instead of what we all know. The strength of leadership is based on who you lift up. The strength of an American president, which is one who understands that the vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us.
Madam Vice President, more than 70% of people
that is about turning the page on rhetoric that people are frankly exhausted of, Brett.
More than 70% of people tell...
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
Well, he was asked about that specific...
No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you.
That was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy.
He never said one thing. We talked about this yesterday. He never said any of those things. The enemy within is people like her and politicians that have been involved in the persecution of him and weaponizing the DOJ. So I'm so sick of hearing this stupid bitch run her mouth about something she don't have a clue. Well, she has a clue because she's behind it too. But okay, where else we at? Kamala Harris avoids question about Joe Biden's mental status. Take a look at this.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions.
So why did they threaten him with the 25th if he's so competent like she says? You don't threaten somebody with the 25th Amendment if he's able to remain in office. So she doesn't like that one, of course. She wouldn't answer the question on that one either, right? All right, let's get rid of that one. Now we're at Bret Baier questions rattle Kamala Harris on deadly consequences of her open border policies. Oh, yeah. That's where the hell to go. Let's listen.
How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you,
now,
just a number. Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have
it's a
an
rough
immigration
estimate of
system
6 million people have been released into the country. And let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
And when you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies. Most significantly, the policy that required illegal immigrants to be detained through deportation, either in the U.S. or in Mexico. And you switched that policy. They were released from custody awaiting trial. So instead, included in those were a large number of single men, adult men, who went on to commit heinous crimes. So looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress.
Now it's the same one we just saw in the last one, but they didn't. They did away with everything that Trump had in place. That's the whole reason for this border crisis. This is all on their hands. Every ounce of blood that's been spilled, every murder that's going, everything that's going on in this country, the robberies and everything are on these idiots. This is why we have to get rid of these sumbitches come November. Man, we're getting way too close, guys. This is why we got to keep pushing. And we've got to win this election. Now, Bret Baier, I know what's to talk about. Oh, Kamala Harris's campaign is whining, saying that Bret Baier, what did he say? Ambushed her. Oh, yeah. And let me check this first real quick. Well, we're going to see how many I got left on this. Let me find it. One here. Okay, take a look at this one.
Frankly, exhausted of Brett.
More than 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, That track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam Vice President.
You and I both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
but
people
you're the
have
lever
become.
Of power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me.
See what she does? Spin it right back to Trump, and Trump's not even been in office in 4 years. The bitch can't answer shit, but she wants to turn around and blame Trump for not being in office. This is so pathetic. Anybody that votes for her are a piece of shit, and they are the problem with this country. Got one more on this. Brett Baier reveals chaos behind Kamala's train wreck interview. 4 handlers desperately signal him in the background. That's why he cut off so quick, because they were telling him he had to stop. Because her campaign, whiny little bitches that they are, were telling them, he's ambushing her. You got to cut this off right now. Oh, yeah. That's so pathetic. Take a look.
Dana, you've been on the other side. You've been on the rapper as a press secretary interviewing a president. And, you know, I'm talking like 4 people waving their hands like it's got to stop. So, Martha, final. Yeah, I had to dismount there at the end. There's so many things, and she maybe should do more of these.
Did you hear that? Because they were making it, they made him. He wanted to keep going. They made him stop. The Harris campaign stopped because he actually did his job, which some people did not think he would, but he did his job, and he questioned her how he should have. She didn't lie. She said Joe was very good at what he was doing, but she didn't say exactly what he was doing. Like, yep, you got me, Renee. That is true. That is exactly right. She did not lie, but she didn't tell everything. So, thank you for that, Renee. Oh, no longer on a track at all. Oh, yeah. Always, Marianne. Everything that this administration does. If you guys can think about it, has this administration ever taken the responsibility for any of this stuff that's been happening over 4 years? I can't think of any. So let me know if you guys think of Getter anywhere. Let me know if you guys can think of one thing that these people have taken responsibility for and not blame somebody else. Let me know in chat if you guys can tell me that, because I can't think of a damn one. I can see the headline, Brett dismounted Harris. Oh, that's funny, Pat, right there. Oh, with a trampoline, maybe. Oh, man, he would have to jump right out of that thing, man. He's like, bounce and get the hell out. Man, you got to get a rope and pull your shit out of there. Oh, that's just wrong. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here now. We're going to take a break here for a second, guys.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps away.
Can you imagine if Trump posted a policy called Creating an Opportunity Agenda for White Men? But the Veep has not just been race baiting, she's also been stargazing.
You know, there's this whole, I talked with somebody once who said, you know, if you just look at where the stars are in the sky, don't look at them as just random things. If you just look at them as points, look at the constellation, what does it show you? So you just outlined it, Roland. What does it show you?
I have no idea what that was about. I've got no explanation at all. Just thank God she has such a relatable, normal, masculine man's man from the Midwest as her running mate. Not like he's going to say anything stupid.
Look, you all know it. We can't have 4 more years of this. We won't have 4 more years of it. We won't.
There you go. That's definitely in Trump's next ad. We can't have 4 more years of this. He's right. The Democrats have been terrible. And if you thought sassy moves and stupid comments were all Tim Walz had to offer, then you'd be wrong. He's actually quite mean-spirited too. Here he mocks Trump and a woman who he helped out by giving her $100 for her grocery bill.
But he walks into this grocery store and he hands a $100 bill to a lady to pay for his groceries. Did you see this? So I'm like thinking, I wonder what he's doing there. And then I got to thinking, I think it's just natural. Any woman he sees, he pays off because he did something on there. I don't know.
What an absolute grub.
You got that right. Yeah. How can you? He's an asshole. Period. Straight up, downright asshole. He's a valor stealer, pedophile. He should be in prison. Oh my God! I can't stand any. How can anybody vote for these two? None of one of them has a brain between the two of them. All right, now we got Texas down in your hometown there, Jeff and Tammy and Sean. Texas is suing Dallas doctor who allegedly gave transgender treatments to 21 minors. You believe this bullshit? 21 kids he's doing transgender treatments on without permission from their parents. Are you kidding me? Man, this shit's got to stop. I hope Texas wins this lawsuit. Moving on. What's the next one? Oh, well, now we're going to get back into, and we saw that on the one video, the trend. I can't even watch or listen to them. Exactly right, Marianne. It's so tough, but we got to show people who they are. And who they are idiots. And that's what we're doing. And I've got a ton. Oh, I think I got 8 or 9 I just downloaded from Monday's show. You guys are not going to want to miss it. They're hilarious. And I might even get more. Hell, who knows? I might do a whole damn show on hilarious videos of those two idiots. But now let's get into Trend de Agua. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I don't give a shit. They're criminals. They should not be here. And they are destroying our country. Now, you heard this is what, 3rd or 4th state that these people, these criminals, are taking over apartment complexes. Why are people going in there and just taking them back by force? The hell with anybody else. And well, let's do what the Democrats did. The hell with the Supreme Court. We will define them. Let the police do their jobs. Let them loose. They come out. They go into the building. They come out however it ends. Period. So be it. Body bags or not. It's got to stop. They got to put a stop to this. They cannot keep letting these people take over our country because of stupidity by Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Because they are the ones that have caused this disaster in our country. Now, I've got another one who is Trend Dog, vicious Venezuelan gang following the path of MS-13 in America. They're destroying it one state at a time. And Texas is not a place that I would have thought. They need to go a little more deeper than that, Sean, I think. Because, oh, wait. I had a good one here. Did I have that? Let me see if it's this one. Not that one. Oh, yeah, I think it's this one. Take a look. This is what we're dealing with. These people will kill just because you looked funny at them or just because you looked at them. This is not the kind of gangs you want to mess with. And because they don't give a shit, they have no moral compass to them at all. They will kill you just to kill you, not to even rob you. This is what we have to do. They have to be stopped at all costs, no matter what. One more time, here we go. that play all the way through? I guess it did. That's for a tornado. That's your don't get dead disaster factor tip of the day, guys. All right, where are we at now? Okay, I'm still good on time. Fox News poll. Now, remember, we don't take these polls seriously. I mean, we take them seriously to a point, right? We say this every time we look at a poll. 2/3 favor deporting illegal immigrants who live in the U.S. illegally. That's a whole shitload of people, right? Take a look. There's your poll from 2015 to now. Look at the difference in that, guys. Republicans, 91%. 55 to 75 in Democrat, or no, that's 42. Look at the no big difference between the Democrats. Wonder why that is? But you got your royal voters, broke down to urban voters and everything like that. But look at the big difference between 2015 to now. And how many people have changed their attitudes about getting these pieces of shit criminals the hell out of our country. They're not here for any good. If they wanted here to be a productive citizen, they would have came here legally. And that dumb bitch Kamala Harris don't realize that we have an immigration system, and it is called to make your application before you come here. Get it reviewed, then they notify you to come over here. Oh, no, that would ruin their plans of destroying our country. And it's exactly what they're doing, because they are taking apartment complexes in deep blue cities, and those running said cities are Democrat, won't take long here in Texas. The people will take care of it for them. Now, that's what I like to hear there, Sean. That's exactly what should happen. But you notice they do that in Democrat-run areas. Because here, Republican areas, oh, that's not going to happen. That's funny, Renee. All right. My ear itched again. We need to start doing something, guys. I know the sheriff, he isn't respected by the other sheriffs. Oh, really? Oh, good. Well, that makes sense then. All right, let me get rid of that one. I took that poll in. We can't post pictures on StreamYard for some reason. I want to be able to post a picture up like right here and be able to move it around when I need to. But you can't do that on StreamYard for some reason. I have to put it into a video context and put it up there. And then the video, you can't move it. And keep me up there, you know, this pretty mug here. But you can't do that on StreamYard for some reason. So I had to do that. Okay. Now let's get rid of this one. Democrats are seeing warning signs for Harris with Latino men in Pennsylvania. Now, have you noticed they've never, hear me out, they don't prioritize white people. They prioritize blacks, Latinos, who was the other one she just did? Arabs, whatever you want to call them, Arabs. They prioritize them, but don't prioritize us. Like they don't give a shit what we think. But they always break it down to ethnicities or whatever the hell you want to call it. But the problem is we're all Americans. Why are they basing their rallies and stuff off of race instead of being Americans? They're going to Latino counties, black areas, and Arab areas, and all this, but they never do the white area. So what the hell does that say to you? They're racist. Trump goes everywhere. He don't give a shit. But not them. They got to break it down into race. So what's that telling you guys? I don't even have to tell you because you guys already know. We see it every day with these idiots. Next. Delete that one. I'm not going to show it to you. What is this one now? Oh, yeah. Biden administration slapped with a major lawsuit again over alleged refusal to help states purge non-citizen voter rolls. And I don't know what this one is. This is another poll from Fox News. I don't think it has anything to do with this, but we know what this is about because, what is it, Virginia? But this time it's the state of Florida. Florida has sued the Biden administration over what claims a refusal to verify immigration records so that the Sunshine State can ensure the integrity of its voter rolls and prevent non-citizens from voting. This goes to prove the lawlessness part of the Democrat Party. We say this all the time. Oops, I hit something. But we say it all the time. They are the party of lawlessness. We hear it every time they open their big mouths. But this goes to show you again, it is a law, a federal law, that if you are not a citizen of this United States, you do not vote in our elections. But yet they're suing because states are taking illegals off the voter rolls, which they're not allowed on there in the first place. How the hell did they get on there? Democrats. So this pisses me off every time we turn around, but I don't know where this poll came from. I don't know how it got on here, but take a look.
The new Fox poll shows Trump is ahead of Harris by 2 points. That's nationally, up to nationally. GOP pollster Mitchell Brown is with us today.
No, that was a quick one. So remember, same thing with this. We take polls with a grain of salt. We just got to work our asses off between now and November 5th in 19 days, 18 days, whatever. We're at night, so I think it's 18 days left. We still got to work our asses off. We still got to get the truth out. That's why I appreciate you guys so much sharing my videos, liking, subscribing, all that stuff, the thumbs up and the rumbles and all that stuff that you guys, the views that I get on Wimpkin and everywhere helps get the truth out to people, get your word out to all the people out there. And it helps me, everything you guys remind me to say and what you guys say helps get the truth out to everybody. And with us having like almost 3,000 people this morning on that Trump interview, man, that just blew up, man. I gained 34 people on YouTube. Believe that? Subscribers. Holy shit. I was like, damn. I like counted YouTube out as far as anything else goes. Wimpkin's my number one. Now we got Getter over here, and they're coming up strong. And we got the best people in Wimpkin, and you guys got to check it out. I'm telling you. And I didn't put my information up, but you guys are awesome. Every one of you guys, that's why I love my Wimpkin Warriors in here, man. They do an awesome job with everything. My don't get dead tip of the day is buy at least 2 cat tourniquets and a IFAC kit. Got stop the bleed to survive. There you go. Sean gave his don't get dead tip of the day. We got to get Dennis back into it again. Always putting people in the boxes. Yes. Beeville, stupid spell check. Should give his elect peace knowing that Renee. So no matter what happens before that, we spend eternity with our Lord. Well, we're going to anyways, Dennis. We are going to spend it there. That Hamas dude that was just killed tried to use a wire on his arm. Oh, no way. I saw a picture. I don't know if it was actually him, man, but they showed finger blown off. They showed bones blown out of his arm and everything. I don't know if that was him, but they said that's what he looked like when they found him. So if it was him, oh, darn. All right, let's keep going here. What do we got? Where we were time-wise? Okay. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, now this dumb bitch. I said that earlier, I think. The momentum has shifted against Kamala Harris in favor of Donald Trump. That's what we like to see. But it doesn't mean the fact that we can stop here. We have to. Yes, Wimpkin does rock. Great free speech sites you guys want to tune into. Wimpkin.com. WIMKIN.com. You can find me there at /Country Conservative. And then you can find Rebel Chicks with a Cause. Wimpkin.com /Violet Vixen 29 and looking for her show. It's right down on her page. You'll find it. Great stuff. Check it out, guys. All right, keep going here. But the momentum is shifting back to Trump. I don't think the momentum ever shifted away from Trump. I think they were trying to shift it away from Trump. And like everything else the Democrats do, failed. So there it is. Man, I would love to get on one of these primetime liberal news networks so I could tell them what we think. That would be so freaking awesome. MAGA now, his name is deceased. Oh, I love that. I love that, Sean. That's great. The shift is that the media outlets are losing their grip to hide the truth. Exactly, Gregory. Remember how long they hid Joe Biden's mental decline, and all of a sudden it just blew up everywhere? Boom, boom, boom. Biden's out. He's gone. He's got his brain is shot out. There was a video I didn't get downloaded today, guys, but he was in I can't remember what country he's in. But he walked out on stage. They pointed to him to go on stage. He did not look up. He was walking around pointing at the floor, trying to find where mark he was at. They marked the floor so he knows where to stand. How much more embarrassment do you have to give to us? Keep that man away from the public. It is so pathetic. It's unbelievable. All right, couple more here, guys. This bitch. Oh, yeah. Judge denies Trump's request to delay publication of evidence in January 6th case until after the election. Well, what'd she do? She releases thousands of pages. That's dumb, bitch. And this is done on purpose. You know it is. Judge Chachin, whatever the hell her name is, releases all this paperwork. Take a look at this real quick.
Breaking news from the nation's capital. A judge has agreed to release a dossier of evidence in the 2020 federal election interference case tomorrow.
Former President Donald Trump demanded the evidence gathered by special counsel Jack Smith should remain hidden until after the election. But in a 5-page ruling, Judge Tanya Chutkan says waiting to release the files would be an act of election interference.
Prosecutors accuse the former president of trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election. It is unclear when the dossier will be released tomorrow. Now,
Gregory, that is because people like me, see, Bongino, Tucker, Trump, expose those bastards. Independent media is now soaring. That shit is because outlets are, and you guys too, Sean. If it wasn't for you guys, I couldn't do this. You guys remind me of stuff that I don't say, I forget to say, and stuff that I don't even know. So you guys help me. You don't know how much you guys help me. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't even know if I could have done a show like this, because you guys have been awesome. It helps me relax. I know, Maureen. Too many people got to go to work. So that's why I cut it off at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. What time is it? Yeah, it's going on 10 o'clock. But I'm glad you showed up, though, Maureen. It's always great to see you. All right, now the new panel that is probing Trump's shooting calls for Secret Service to be shook up. And they should be. This has been a total and complete failure on the Secret Service. Take a look.
An independent panel tasked with reviewing the July assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump says it found deep flaws within the Secret Service. Nicole Skenga has more on the panel's findings.
The blistering report outlines the day of missteps and a series of systemic issues within the Secret Service. In a letter to the DHS Secretary, the bipartisan panel of former Homeland Security officials warned that without fundamental reform to the agency, another Butler can and will happen. The appendix of the report outlines a new detailed timeline revealing local officers radioed to alert that Thomas Crooks was armed and laying down just 30 seconds before shots rang out. That message never made it to the Secret Service, including the counter snipers that shot and killed the gunman just 16 seconds later. And according to the report, those agents that formed the body bunker around Trump when shots were fired, they were never warned about Thomas Crooks, though law enforcement first identified him as a suspicious attendee more than 90 minutes before Trump took the stage. The panel said agents operated under the assumption that they effectively had to do more with less, and cited a troubling lack of critical thinking by Secret Service personnel both before, on and after July 13th, and the panel's recommendations include a new leadership team to come from outside the agency with private sector experience, plus restructuring the Secret Service to refocus on its protective mission. And the Secret Service is already reacting. In a workforce memo obtained by CBS News, Acting Director Ron Rowe cited reservations about reorganizing the Secret Service, but says he's already convened teams to discuss today's findings. He also expressed deep concerns about the report's unintended impact on agency morale. In Washington, Nicole Skanga, CBS News.
Yeah, you see this stuff? They find out so much stuff that, yeah, Mark's from the UK, so he's definitely early in the morning over there, man. It's like 3 a.m., he said. It's like, holy shit. Wow. But you see, they find all this stuff out after the fact, and nothing's going to happen. If and when we get Trump back into office come November, when he takes over in January, do you guys think that anything's going to happen to these people? Do you think they are going to be held accountable? Trump could say, okay, let's hold these people accountable, but will they do it? Will the Republicans do that? If it's a split Senate and House again, nothing's going to happen. We're going to put up with this shit again, with the Democrats getting away with their shit again, because of weak-ass Republicans don't want to do their job. And if they have to, they need to play dirty just like the Democrats do. They need to hold people accountable. I agree with every bit of that, MAGA. You damn right. We don't want none of that crap. The last thing that I got for tonight was young voters in a swing state received a threatening text. Now, I don't see anything in this article that actually tells me this, but it's raising concerns. They say the college students who live in Wisconsin are legally allowed to register to vote and participate in elections with either their school or home address. But a threatening text message last week flagged by two nonprofit groups implied otherwise, raising concerns about voter intimidation in a critical swing state. Who the hell has the kids' phone numbers that they could text to all these kids at one time? Everybody received the text at one time. So how the hell did they do that? Unless it was a school official. So they should be able to find out. There should be a number or something on there to prove that I don't believe they did it. I think this is all bullshit, and this is just what they want to do. They're trying to make it out to be a bad thing. Thanks, Mark. You have a good night. But that is the last thing on my agenda, guys, and I'm glad we made it through all this. But like I said, please join me on Monday. I have got a ton of videos that I downloaded tonight, and they're great, funny ones. I'm thinking about going back in this weekend, and I usually don't do anything on the weekends, but I might try to find a bunch more, and we might just have a Comedy Central and laugh at the Democrats all Monday. I'm going to think about that. I might have to do something like that. See if I can find enough to do that. But like Vic said on Rebel Chicks with a Cause, November 5th is coming up real fast. And we will have her and Gabs on. We'll have a blast. I want you guys to be rocking red, white, and blue for November 5th. Send me some pictures on there so I can put them into a video and show everybody rocking red, white, and blue. You know I got my red, white, and blue. I'm going to try to find some decorations and hang up and shit. It's going to be a bashing time, man. I'm going to have some alcohol. I can't have beer anymore, but I will find me some kind of alcohol to drink and some snacks. And we will sit down here. We will rock it out. And we'll try to get some videos and stuff to watch. And we'll just have a great old time as long as we can stay awake, guys. And if I can get a nap beforehand, I'm going to try to start around 7 to 7:30. I think 7 o'clock would be good because we got two states that go off at 6 o'clock. and the rest of them follow suit after that. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We got 11 o'clock, but you got California and them. Eastern Standard Time will be going off around 12, 1, and 2 o'clock here. If I can stay awake that long, but I don't want to hear this bullshit. Oh, we're going to stop counting votes again like they did in 2020. Nah, fuck that shit. They need to keep voting. They need to keep counting votes until this shit is ended. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight, guys. Let's keep up the great work, guys. And you guys have a great weekend. How can I watch the show in rerun? Just go to my page, Maureen, Country Conservative. I don't know if you can see my name. Click on my name. Click on the top. It'll take you to my page here on Wimpkin, and it'll be ready immediately once the show ends and I go offline. I'll pick up your package in the morning and let you know when I get. Okay, I just want to make sure you get it, Tammy, because they said there was a delivery problem. So I just hope you get it. All right, guys, I want to thank you. Have a great weekend, and I'm going to leave you with this. And that, folks, brings us to the end of tonight's deep dive into Kamala Harris's Fox News interview. We've dissected the key moments. We've analyzed the fallout and heard from you guys. It's clear that this interview has left a lasting impression and not necessarily a positive one. So as we move forward, it's crucial to keep a close eye on how the Biden administration or the Biden administration responds to this setback. Will they address the concerns raised by this, or will they continue to sidestep like they've done for the past 4 years? You know, that's a tough question, right? Only time will tell. So thank you for joining me tonight here on the Conservative Viewpoint. And remember, your voice matters, your vote matters. And we want to keep hearing from you. So make sure you leave me comments, questions. You can email me with anything you guys want. There's the email right there, conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Anything you want, let me know. If I can't get you the answer, I know people that can. Right, Wimpkin Warriors? All right, guys. Don't forget to tune in next week for more in-depth analysis and lively discussion. Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay tuned. We'll have a hell of a show every weeknight, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Good night, everyone.